What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite math teacher, Mr. Stevener here, coming at you with another video. As always, please hit that subscribe button. A lot of you who are watching this video aren't, and I want you to. So do it. And I want you to too. And Tommy wants you to too. So do it. That way I can make content just for you. I'm here for you. Truthfully, guys, any money I ever make from YouTube is either going to go to my classroom or it is going to go directly to my subscribers. I have a job, so I don't need money off YouTube. Just something to think about. Channel, my subscribers, or the classroom. Really, that's it. So something to think about. So, with that in mind, guys, let's get started on this video. You clicked on it, so I'm assuming you know what it's about, and that's the multiplication of integers. So, first off, you got to understand what an integer is. But let's bring Tommy in so we can talk about that. Tommy, you ready?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. All right. Math.
What are you doing?
Just saying, what up? How's it going? That whole thing.
Oh, that whole thing. Got it. Well, I appreciate you being here, Tommy. This is actually be kind of a quick video, so because I think this is something we can handle.
Oh, cool. Let's do it then.
All right, so integers, guys. First off, you have to understand integers are basically,
What is that?
that's a line.
Oh,
It's a number line. Integers are literally all numbers this way and this way on the number line. But they are all the whole numbers this way and that way. Okay, so that's integers. That's very important. But this principle I'm about to give you, whole numbers being like 1, 2, 3, and -1, -2, -3, so on and so forth. You with me, Tommy?
yeah, I think so. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to give you 3 of the only things that you will see when it comes to multiplying integers, and I am going to give you exactly how these are done. But remember, some people ask, why do we use this in life? The why isn't as important as the how, right? Because if you know how, it doesn't matter what the y is, because when the y comes along, you'll figure it out, right?
Right. I think I get it.
Good. So let's keep going. So there are 3 scenarios that you are going to see. There is going to be a positive times, oh, that's not times.
Yeah, it's a comma.
That is a comma. You're right. Let's erase that. And let's put in a multiplication sign. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to use a dot, though, because dot does stand for multiplication. So you're going to see a positive times a negative. That's one scenario. You're also going to see, obviously, a positive times a positive, which I hope you would know,
I think so.
and a negative times a negative. These are literally the only 3 scenarios that you are going to see. So we're going to talk about each one, give examples of it, and go from there. I'm actually going to start with this guy right here. A positive times a positive. I am not going to go into the concept behind multiplication. Okay, if you struggle with that, let me know and I can do a video of multiplication. But keep in mind, I am just talking today about what happens when it's with integers. So we're not going to go into multiplication, right? Things like 3 times 3.
9.
Nice job. 4 times 5.
20.
Ooh, you're pretty quick. What about 3 times 7? 21. You're pretty quick. If you know math like that, multiplication like that, you're solid. The only way you're going to get there is what?
Practice, practice, practice.
Practice, practice, practice. That's what's up. So a positive times a positive. An example like that would be 2 times 3. Notice those are both positive numbers. Anytime.
Anytime.
Okay, you don't have to do that.
Anytime. Okay.
All right. Anytime it's a positive times a positive, guys, your answer is always positive. It's kind of cool in math when you can say always, huh?
Yeah, like always. Always, always. Always positive.
Always positive. You're absolutely right. The next thing we're going to look at, and keep in mind, just to break this down a second, this is saying that there are 2 times 3. That's 2 groups of 3 in repeated addition. Notice there's 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, right? Keep that in mind, because this is going to help you with this next part when we understand all the deep understandings behind it.
Okay, got it. Let's go.
All right, so positive times a negative. I'm going to change color on this just so we can kind of see a different perspective here. This one, positive times a negative, it also can be written, guys, as a negative times a positive. Those are the same thing. In multiplication, you can switch back and forth. Just like 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 2 is also 6, right? That's called the commutative property of multiplication. Basically, it can go back and forth. You with me on that?
Yeah, gotcha. Commutative property.
Commutative property, yeah. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is we are going to do a positive number, so something like 3 times, we'll do -4. How does that sound?
Let's do it. Sounds good.
I'm going to put that in parentheses. That's a lot of times how you'll see it. That's just so they separate that that's actually a -4. So keep in mind this, which you know 3 times 4, and this is always the trick. First trick, you're just looking at the numbers, right? Let's not worry about those negatives. Don't panic when you see it. Just multiply the numbers like that negative was not there. Do you hear that?
Yeah. Just think it's not there. It's not there.
Exactly. It's not there. So this is 3 times 4. So really, that's 12. Now that you've done the math, and keep in mind this works with double-digit numbers, triple-digit, doesn't matter. Now that you've done the math, now you go back to the positive and negatives. So this is a positive times a negative. That means this answer is going to be negative. Why? Because only one of these is negative. Negative times positive, it's still going to be negative. Positive times negative, still going to be negative. Anytime only one of them is negative, or an odd number of them is negative, I'll explain that in a second, it's going to be a negative. So this is -12. Here's why. This is really saying 3 groups of -4, right? So -4 plus -4 plus -4. That's 3 groups of them, right?
Yeah.
So this is really just adding or repeated addition of negative numbers. By the way, go to that video up there.
Where? I don't see it. That's the ceiling.
No, see a little eye up there as this happens.
Oh, okay.
That talks about adding integers if you're struggling. But keep in mind, a negative plus a negative plus a negative is going deeper, deeper negative, so that's going to still be -12. That's how that works.
Oh.
And even if you see it written the other way, -4 times 3, right? Still, just do the math, which is times 12, it's still a negative. You got me?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, so this one is going to be trickier. This is the hardest one. We'll change back to the blue here. This guy's the hardest. And that's because a lot of people get really confused when they see 2 negatives. But in truth, negative and a negative, when they're both the same, just like a positive and positive, when they're both the same, your answer is positive. But ignore the numbers, or ignore the negative, excuse me. So 3 times 4 is what?
12.
Good, 12. We just did that problem. That means -3 times -4 is 12. A negative times a negative is always,
I like when you say always. That makes it easy.
yep, it's always a positive.
Ah, that's so cool.
It is. So those are the 3 tricks. But stick around. Wait, if you think you have it figured out, you don't yet. There's more.
There is?
Yeah, because a lot of times what you might see is 5 times -2 times 4. Something like that.
Oh, no, there's 3 of them.
But it's okay. Because of order of operations, because of things, you're just going to go in order, and the same rules still apply. So look, the first number is 5 times -2. So what would I do?
5 times 2?
Good, 5 times 2, which is?
10.
Then I look at the negatives. So this is it's a positive and negative. Positive and negative is always
Negative. Negative.
exactly. So I'm at a -10. So now that I'm at negative, start down here. -10 times 4. Now it's a negative times a positive. So what is it?
Still a negative.
Good. So that's -10 times 4 is -40, right? You're going to see multiple numbers. You might see something like this. You might see, let's erase that one. Exactly. You might see something like this where you might go a -5 times a -5 times 3.
Ooh.
All right, Tommy, without doing the math, let's predict. What do you think it's going to be, positive or negative at the end?
Well, let's see. Do a negative times a negative first, which means it's positive. And that makes a positive times positive, which is positive. Did I get it?
You sure did. Nice job. -5 times -5 is a positive 25, because a negative times negative is always a
positive.
Exactly. Times 3 would be 75 positive. You nailed it. Hopefully this helped you guys out on this video. I know some of you guys struggled with this. This is multiplying integers. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe, right?
Yeah, subscribe. Do it so we can help you. I want to help you. I do. I really do.
I'm glad you want to help people. That's a good sign.
I know. And math is fun. So go work hard. Hard.
Okay.
Do it.